Okay, I guess I'm live. This is Donna Shaw. It's Sunday night, August the 2nd, and I'm going live to do a prayer stream, a Sunday night prayer stream. If anybody has any prayers or anything they'd like to talk about, now would be a good time to do it. I titled my stream Spiritual Fire, and I guess I wanted to talk about what I thought was the most powerful thing ever that you just can't beat no matter what, and that's love. Love is the most powerful thing ever. And I think that if we all started standing up one at a time, trying to be good to other people, trying to stand up for when somebody's not being treated right, I think it'd make a big difference in the world. What do you think? Hi, Tammy. So good to see you, my YouTube daughter. How you been? Hope you're surviving good tonight. I love you too. I know I haven't advertised, me going live or anything. I've been kind of doing it randomly, but it was Sunday night and we're out here enjoying the fire. And I just thought I'd go live and see if anybody needed any, you know, prayers or anything like that. Big hugs to you too, Tammy. Glad to hear you're doing good. How's that beautiful granddaughter of yours? I've been seeing pictures of her on Facebook and she sure is cute. Just like my Lucy Rose, I can't help it. I think grandparents should have a right to brag on the grandkids, don't you? Hey, Easton Music Ministry, good to see you. God bless you. Thank you for being here tonight. Again, I'm opening up things. If anybody has any prayers, Tammy A, she's rotten. No, she ain't rotten. She's too cute to be rotten. Hello, Kentucky girl. How are you doing tonight on this beautiful Sunday night? Now, here in Indiana, it's a little bit nippy out here, but we've been having a lot of fires lately and been enjoying it. I just love a fire. I find it very calming and soothing. And I just thought, we could do a prayer stream tonight. And I know there's so many needs that are, really going on. Yes, Tammy, I'll be glad to pray for you, honey. Eastern Music says, could you pray for my friend, please? I don't know what is going on, but her sister just texted me saying that she needs prayer. Okay, I can do that. I love you too. Eastern Music, right now, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we lift up their friend, and you know what she needs. You know the situation. We don't know, but right now we're going to lay her at your feet and trust God for all that you have for her. In Jesus' name, amen. Country girl, you're going to Indiana to see your boyfriend. Well, what part of Indiana are you going to? And Tammy A, what is your prayer request, honey? If you tell me specifically, I'll pray for it. And if you don't want to tell me specifically, I'll just pray for you in general. Hey, Lori J, I was waiting for you. I knew you'd be coming in. Good to see you, honey. Good to see you. I just got back from having a good trip at Rant Jams and got to see my granddaughter, and I had such a good time. She's such a sweetie. She's really starting to talk a lot. She said grandma a lot, and that made me feel good. She's not even a year and a half old, but boy, she can sure talk up a storm. It's funny, she'll say a lot of jibber jabber, and then all of a sudden she'll say a sentence in the middle of that jibber jabber. So what part of Indiana are you coming to, country girl? And I hope everybody agrees in prayer with me that I just prayed for uh, Easton Music Ministry. I just prayed for their friend, sister. And I hope everybody just kind of agreed in prayer. I do believe in power in that. When two or more are gathered in my name, Jesus said he'd be in the midst of it. And I don't think it matters, as long as you're gathered together. I think that's what counts, is just being together and lifting up one another. There's so much crazy stuff going on right now in the whole world. And I just hope everybody feels like they're right with God. They need to be, for sure. I've been doing pretty good Eastern music. I've been kind of enjoying my break from doing all the shows that I was doing. For 12 years straight, we did 20 to 30 shows a month. So this was kind of a well needed break for me. I planted a lot of flowers this year. I had a garden. Um, I've kind of enjoyed just having time with God and getting rested, enjoying my husband, you know, and just trying to enjoy my life one day at a time, trying to be as kind as I can everywhere I go. And it seems like everybody lately has been quite touchy. Now, who out there agrees with me that you've been noticing that people have been just a little bit more touchy than normal? I've noticed that for sure. It seems like people being a lot, touchy. Kirkland, okay, I've heard of it. I'm trying to remember if that's northern, southern, or where. I've heard of Kirkland. I just can't remember exactly where that is, country girl. But if you've noticed that people have been touchy, type yes. I just want to see if that's the case. People get angry when they don't agree with your opinions. Right now, there's so many different opinions out there, and people really get mad. And it's just crazy how mad people want to get. Really for no reason. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but people are touchy even at the gas station or, wherever. I don't know if it's the stress of all this virus. And I really don't know. My husband just given me a piece of cheese, and as Lori J knows, cheese makes everything better.
Extra sharp white cheddar.
Extra sharp white cheddar, yeah. Cheese helps. Cheese helps. So, you see, I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion, whether I agree with it or not. I think as human beings, we have certain inalienable rights. There you go. Eastern Music said, yeah, it's dumb how defensive people are of their beliefs. I believe you should be passionate about your beliefs, but getting ticked at people is unnecessary. I agree. I think that there are things worth getting angry over, but not very many. And most people want to make a mountain out of a molehill, and they make things harder than it has to be. All we got to do is just love one another, be good to one another, respect each other. I've had people that were friends of mine from all different beliefs and all different backgrounds. And, it's not my place to change them, you know. But if I saw somebody not treating somebody with love, I'd speak up because that's how I'm made. I can't lay my head down at night if I don't do anything. I think that, as Christians, we're supposed to stand for the truth, stand for love, and stand for kindness. What do y'all think out there? You believe the same? Got something different? Let me know. Hey, honey, do you know where Kirkland is?
Kirkland.
Kirkland, Indiana. I've heard of it.
No, I don't. No.
Well, Country Girl's coming to Indiana tomorrow.
Kirkland, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Never heard of it.
Is it Southern Indiana, Country Girl? I can't remember. And Tammy A., are you still here? Okay, Easton says, yes, for sure, but we also need to learn when the appropriate times to get angry are and how to manage that anger. Amen. Because hurting others and doing all those kinds of things is just wrong. Amen, Easton Music. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you're being mad at people for no reason and just being hurtful, that's wrong. It's always wrong. No matter what your beliefs are, it's just plain wrong. It's a simple, universal, spiritual truth. And thank you, Lori, that it's a nice fire. Dennis made it. He does good, doesn't he? It's that Indian in him. It's the Choctaw Shaw. Did you hear that war cry? He gave me a war cry out there. Oh, I gotta get a drink. That fire's finally starting to warm up now. Feels pretty good out here.
Oh,
I don't know what the temperature is here where we're at, but it's pretty low.
it's just that it's cooled off and it has been so hot lately.
If you haven't seen the full moon tonight, please check it out. It's absolutely beautiful and it's huge. It's massive and really, really bright. Seems like in the last, I don't know, 10 years or so, I've seen the, moon a lot larger than I remember seeing it as a kid. Easton Music said, I love campfires. I'm in Boy Scouts, so I'm around a lot of fires. Well, that's good. Hey, Eastern Music, I thought that the Boy Scouts went broke and dissolved, but you say you're in the Boy Scouts, so where you're at, I guess the Boy Scouts are alive and well. I used to be a Girl Scout. I loved it. Had a lot of fun in Girl Scouts. We looked up that the other day and we seen that they went bankrupt. I was shocked that they went bankrupt. But there were so many weird allegations out there, that's why. How's King Jellybean, Eastern Music, or Studio Geek? Have you seen them? I know you hang out with them a lot, and they're good kids too, so I just wondered how they're doing too. I guess I need to start, being more stable about when I come on and that sort of thing. But, when I'm out here with the fire, it feels so good, and that's when I just really want to share everything. Hello, Swedes. How you doing? I hope you're having a good night. Eastern Music Ministry says it's Chapter 11 bankruptcy, so they didn't go out of business. They're just having the bank helping them get their finances together. Okay. So there's still Boy Scouts all over America, Eastern Music. Is that what you're saying? I was wondering about that because my grandson Judah, we were talking about that this past week, and I was wondering about that. He thought he would like to join the Boy Scouts. Swede says, doing great. Nice catching your live stream. Well, thank you for coming. You just got home from fishing, did you? Well, did you catch any fish? A friend of mine on YouTube, I think he calls himself Bear Ron, he wrote this fishing song, and he says something like fishing. And I cracked up every time he would say that. It was in the song, that's how he said it. Pretty funny. Ah, you got scared when that first happened because you're working on your Eagle project right now. Okay. And what do you do with your Eagle project? I'd be interested in knowing that. Oh, you're going fishing on Tuesday. Oh boy. Well, here in Indiana, there's always a lot of people going fishing. My dad, he loved to go fishing. He sure did. I think sometimes he liked it so much he called in sick so he could go fishing. The Swede says, I'm an Eagle Scout. Just catch and release those bluegills. Hey, bluegills are good eating. Any of you ever eat bluegill? They're actually really good. They're not very big, so you got to get a few of them, but they're pretty daggone good. I got a good friend of mine that lives down by the river, and every once in a while, we have a big fish fry. And boy, that's some good stuff. I like it. Where I'm at, I'm not far from two rivers. One's called the Wabash River, and one's called the Tippecanoe River. Easton says, I'm building a 10 by 12 pavilion for my school district's bus garage. Oh, that's nice. And that's what you're doing for your badge? Hey, Holla Rita, good to see you. How you been? I'm so glad you came in. I didn't share this stream or anything, so if any of my friends out there, if you guys want to share the stream, we're just talking about things that make us smile, I guess, some good things. And if anybody wants any prayer, I'll be happy to pray for you. No matter what your belief system is, I'll be happy to pray for you. Yes, Lori J, I'm glad you're still here. I know you'll stick with me. I haven't talked. I talked to Lori J a lot, and I hadn't talked to her for the past week much because I've been visiting my granddaughter, and then our anniversary was Friday. It was 27 years. I can't believe it. 27 years with the same person. The Swede says, I got my license and jumped into fishing pretty deep this year since the virus. We have been avoiding people. I caught an 18-pound bullhead catfish yesterday. Oh, yes. We ate him for dinner. Oh, my goodness. How many people did you have over for dinner? An 18-pound catfish. You could have a heck of a fish fry with that one fish. That's for sure. Easton Music says, yes, it's the highest rank in the Boy Scouts and it looks great on resumes. Only 5% of scouts achieve their eagle. That's wonderful. That is awesome. We need to have a great big fish fry, Swedes. Start frying that stuff up. Invite us over. We'll build a fire. Come out here. We'll have a big old fish fry. I love fish. I always joke about it, since Jesus fed like the 5,000 and stuff with fish. I always say it's sacrilegious not to eat fish, but I'm joking. But I'm joking. But I do love fish. That's for sure. My grandpa used to like that haddock, that big thick fish. You guys ever have that? It's pretty good too. It sure is a good time of year for fishing. Now, I'm kind of curious about what's going to happen here in the next few months. They said school was going to start like around the 11th of August here, and then they moved it back towards the end of August, and I don't even know if they're going to move it back again. But, I raised 3 boys, and it seems like you're always catching something at school, whether it be a cold, the flu, the measles, the mumps, lice even. Kids are always catching stuff, at school. And, to expect a kid to have to wear a mask for 8 hours, I think is asking quite a bit. I think it's really bad, you know. I myself, I can't handle a mask very long. Here in Indiana, it's all been mandatory. You can't even go into the gas station, the dollar store, anywhere. But I just go right in, get exactly what I have to get, and get out because I'll be honest, I can't breathe behind those masks. Not even a little. If you guys would, share out the stream. We hope some people come in. They're not used to seeing me live. It'd been a long time since I went live, and I'm just starting to get back in it. Lori's kind of talked me into it. Me and Lori, we talk late at night and eat cheese together, don't we, Lori? Now, Lori, she's up in the New York area. That's quite a ways from where I'm at. So, Lori, is it, things getting more strict up in New York, or is it calming down up there? You can kind of let us know. Hey, it's the old stoner. So good to see you. Glad that you came in tonight. Um, the Swede says, I'm keeping my kids home and they can homeschool until this is under control. To me, that makes more sense. But, there are some kids that just don't do well trying to learn that way. Some kids, have to be around other kids to learn. I have a grandson that's autistic, and he says he does really a lot better around other kids to learn. And sometimes, it just makes it tough. But I'm glad I'm not raising any kids right now, and I don't have those decisions to make. I think it'd be really tough. Hey, 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 East Dad. Hey, Holla Rita. Good to see you, East Dad. And Old Stoner said he's afraid for the teachers. Well, I can understand that. Wearing a mask is rough if you have to wear it much. Hey, I hear you. I'm glad you like the fire, Old Stoner. I can't hardly handle. I just cannot handle those masks for very long. And, there's lots of arguments about whether you should use them and whether you shouldn't use them. And I've been seeing a lot of things. I do know this, that most virus can go through a normal cloth mask. I think you have to have I think it's called an N95 mask to be truly effective. Where is Rant Jams? Oh, he's probably ranting somewhere. He's dead. I'll bet he's ranting wherever he is. I'm glad you jumped in, this old stoner. You're awesome. You know, I really enjoy your channel. For those of you who don't know this old stoner, he's really awesome. He does amazing artwork. And when you go to his stream is always calm, it's always fun. You know, it's always a good place to go. It's a place you feel good. You don't go in there and leave and feel worse. You always feel better for going. And he plays some great music. He even plays Donna Shaw sometimes. You just never know. Okay, East Dad says, I'm in New Jersey and everything is fine. Are you guys like where you don't have to wear any mask in New Jersey, East Dad? I'd like to know that. The old stoner says it's rough all the way around. Hard on parents, hard on the kids. It is. It's hard on everybody. It's just been a really crazy year, hasn't it? Absolutely crazy year. Hollerita said, just wanted to pop in and say hello. Love you, Donna. Well, I love you too, Hollerita. And you keep going. You have a good channel yourself. So you keep going. Easton Music Ministry, I'm so proud of them because they're so, you know, he's pretty young, but he does some really neat music. And he's done some great collabs too. The Swede says, I wear the mask out of solidarity. That's a big word, solidarity. Okay. Old Stoner says, I wear one when I have to be out. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. This old stoner is the man. He is the man. He's pretty good. I was in HOS chat earlier. I'm not sure who that is exactly. HOS. Maybe you better spell that out, East Dad. I'm not sure. This old stoner said, actually had a cool art panel stream tonight. I bet you did. I'll have to check out your stream. Since I've been gone seeing, you know, my grandbaby again, I haven't got on YouTube much, but I like to catch up on your stuff. Sometimes, old stoner, I watch your stuff late at night and just put it on the Roku TV, and we can just kind of watch it, and it's mellow, and you make me want to do art. I want you to know, since I'd been watching your channel, I've started coloring with color crayons and a color book. Isn't that weird? But when I color, my coloring is really neat. I mean, I take a lot of time and I blend the colors, and it just made me enjoy it. And I realized how much doing a little bit of art, whatever it is, can be quite relaxing. Oh, me and Mark and Ganna and Jim was playing music. Was a good, fun time. Oh, I bet it was. They're mandatory. I think they're mandatory everywhere, Eastad. I'm not sure, but it seems like it. Um, the old stoner says, was the first of many, I hope. Going to try to do art panel streams once a week. I like that idea. By the way, this old stoner, I think when you really started doing your art, your channel really became alive. I think you found your niche. Donna, have a great night, folks. I just wanted to say hello. Well, hello to you, Swedes. You have a good night. Keep your chin up. Keep fishing. Get a whole bunch of fish. Okay. Have a good evening, Chad. Old stoner says. Good job, buddy. Yes, okay. No, they are talking Googles next. What do you mean Googles, Lori? Oh, goggles? You talking about goggles? Oh, now that's going to be nuts, okay? I'm sorry, but if you have to go around outside in goggles and a mask, that's just crazy, man. That's crazy. Right on, he says they have adult coloring channels too. Well, you know, I watch how you shade things and how you do things, and I notice that when you color or you paint or anything, that not anything is actually just one color, right? I mean, like if you look at the grass, it's got all these different colors in it. It's not just plain green. It's got all different colors. And I guess that's what I enjoy about coloring. And with the crayon, I can kind of blend it, the waxy crayon. I don't, the pencils to me aren't bright enough. They're not hard enough. I like to make them pop out. Old Stoner says, I think I saw you there. Was hard to see everything going on. I have the most fun doing art stuff for sure. Let's just issue hazmat suits to everyone. Oh, I know it. I know it. Hey, I bet you remember this, Old Stoner. Probably a lot of you other. Do we have any Twilight Zone fans out there? People that like to watch the old Twilight Zone, the old one. Okay. You love alcohol markers? Those are super fun. I'm going to have to try those. Do they bleed through the paper really bad? But anyway, I was thinking about that Twilight Zone episode where there was this, it showed this lady with bandages all around her face, and it showed like a bunch of doctors and nurses in her room, and they were talking about how they was afraid to take off the bandages, and like the whole show is like you think this woman's going to be hideous when they take off the bandages, and then when they take off the bandages she's actually really pretty, and they're all gasping like it's horrible. And then they take their masks down, and they they all look really weird, like pigs or something. I don't know if you remember this. Oh, you need thick paper for them? What kind of paper, Stoner? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It sure is. But I thought how funny that was, that I don't know, for some reason that episode reminds me of all this mask stuff. What really scares me the most, I don't know if anything really scares me, but what's the word? Alarms. Because I'm not as scared. What catches my attention? That's a good way. What's catching my attention here lately is that they want to go cashless. Someone sent me a picture from a Walmart out in, I think it was West Virginia, and the sign said no cash and no cash back. And they're like rounding everything off. What is that sign there, dearie? That's an old paper plate or something. Okay. Hey, Double ZZ Ranch. Good to see you, Double ZZ. Hello. Peace to you, too. What do you guys think about, them doing away with money? What do you think about that? Isn't that odd? Okay, just multimedia paper's good, or just put something under it. I use thick 4x8 blank index cards. Okay. The drawings I sent you were alcohol markers. Okay, all right. I want you to know that when my grandson Atreyu saw it, he goes, he was all excited that, he said, "This is you, isn't it, Grandma?" He knew it was me right away. And Judah was, which is Megan's oldest son, she wanted, or he wanted you to draw him. He was upset that you hadn't drawn him. But, we had explained that you didn't know him, etc. But he enjoyed it. He did enjoy it. They all enjoyed it. So, I love being inspired by art. What you out there singing, dear?
Raindrop on his journey.
Raindrops?
The moon is on its journey.
The moon is on its journey?
Yes, he's lifting it good.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, don't you guys just love a fire? I love a fire. I like to sit around and talk about stuff. Okay, Double ZZ said, it's bad. Government will keep track of every move we make. Amen. I believe that's true. I read a story in the 70s called Time is Money. All right. I'm willing to hear about it, this old stoner. I'm willing to hear about it for sure. See, money's money, but time is something that you just can't get back. Once time is gone, it's gone. It's totally gone. Music. What about music, Lori? La 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 la. There's some music for you. La 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 la. Oh yeah. That's funny. There he is stoking the fires, my main man right there, Mr. Dennis Frank Shaw. That man can build a fire no matter what. I think our first date you built me a fire, didn't you?
Yeah.
He said, yes, he did. Yeah, we've been married 27 years on the 31st. Okay, Stoner said it was a sci fi story so people could live forever. Oh, if you ran out of time, money, you die. Yes, that actually was a movie. They made a movie about it. It was really freaky. I seen the movie. Not that long ago, a couple years ago. But yeah, that movie was really freaky about it. How you could buy time, actually, buy the time and you could keep going. Yeah, that's a weird thought. Oh, here comes a couple more logs on the fire. Oh, that one fell.
Yeah, it did. Go ahead,
Sing us a song. What do you want to hear, Lori? What you want to hear? What you want to hear, old stoner? What you want to hear?
Bob.
Oh, yes. My husband loves to get warm by the fire. It was cold here. I don't know how cold it was today, but it felt cold because, when it's been in the 90s and it goes down to 72 or something, it feels cold. Based on on the short story. Yeah. Yeah, that's really something to think about, old stoner. It would be trippy if it came to that, where you could buy time. Be really, really odd, you know. I said, "What do you want to hear?" Lori said, "You." Well, you got to name a song, Lori. You got to name a song. I just think that everybody one at a time ought to lift up people as you go every day, wherever you may be. Whether you're online, whether you're on the phone, whether you're at the grocery store. It's really strange for me to go into these stores and see shelves empty. That's really weird. That's just altogether different. And if they, do away with change, what's going to happen to the change? Like, are people going to use change on the side, and barter and do stuff? I don't know. I mean, what are they going to do with all this change that's floating around? Is it going to become worthless? Or are you going to be able to cash it in? Or, what's going to happen? Makes you think about it, don't it? He said, a stoner says, I haven't been to the store since March. I just order online and they deliver. Wow. I bet you're kind of enjoying that. Are you enjoying that? That you order online and they deliver it? You don't have to go shopping, or do you miss shopping? See, I'm one of these people, even though I'm a woman, I really don't like to shop. And I know that's strange and nobody believes it because I'm a woman, but I really don't like to shop. I hate it. I don't like to shop. And I'm kind of a social distancing person by nature unless I'm performing. I've had to be so sociable for so long that when I would come home, which is why I didn't go live for a long, long time, I just wanted to kind of chill out, you know, just kind of quietly chill out a little bit. But now, I'm starting to get more established where I'm at and have a little more time to do what I need to do. I miss wandering around the Hobby Lobby and eating out. That is what I miss. The rest I don't mind. Oh, I bet, because you probably go to Hobby Lobby and get a lot of art supplies, don't you? I've always been kind of isolated, yeah. Yeah. Lori said there's no change at all there in New York at all, no change at all. Wow. It's trippy. It is so trippy. And I know not everybody here is, a believer, but I will say that was prophesied a long time ago about, going cashless. Next question I got is for those that are in here. If they come up with a vaccine for this stuff, are you going to take the vaccine? Old Stoner said, I just order it online and they deliver it now. I do miss window shopping. Well, you can window shop online, can't you? You can pull up anything and look at stuff for hours. I know people that do that. They like to pull up like them Wish apps and different things and just look at stuff for hours and hours. I need to do that because I need to find a little toy guitar for a little baby. One that looks like a guitar, but you could like maybe push a button and it plays something. I try hard to find one of those before I went to see Rant Jams, and I just couldn't find it. Oh, except you end up buying it, he said. Well, yeah, I guess. What's the hell no for, Lori? What was the hell no for? I talk a lot, so I'm not sure what the hell no was in for. You'll have to say, yeah, one click, buy it now. Yeah. One click, they'll send it to you. The only thing is, though, like if you buy clothes online and stuff like that, the sizes are never actually true to the size. I've bought things online, they showed up, they were a lot bigger than they ought to have been, or they were a lot smaller than they ought to have been, even in shoes and stuff like that. I think that, I don't know why, but even in the store, it's like that. Like if you go shopping in the store and you try on clothes and stuff, one brand, something will fit you a certain way, and another brand will fit you another way. And it's just hard to find clothes to fit, especially I think for women. Because women are built so different. Men are maybe a little easier to find. But what is hard to find is men's stuff in a thrift store. Because men hang on to stuff until they can't wear it no more. It's just absolutely falling apart where you got to cut it up and make rags. Whereas women are always like changing up their clothes all the time. So you find that stuff, a lot more in the thrift stores for women. Ha! The old stoner said, I haven't had to get dressed since March. So, do you go to the door naked when you receive your packages, old stoner? You just, go to the door naked and say thank you very much, wave them on, and take your stuff in. Yeah, I kind of, I really like jammies. I'm all about jammies. But, I've got all the stuff going on where I have to go outside and water, the garden and this and that. And I kind of don't really like to do that in my jammies. Oh, you do have a robe. So you make sure you have the robe on when you get your stuff, huh? That's funny. Well, I hope your robe stays shut. Does it have a sash? Does it have a zipper? Does it have buttons? I'm just curious what kind of robe. I know. I know you're joking. I'm joking too. Ah, no vaccine for me, Lori said. I hear you. I hear you. If they make that thing mandatory, it's going to be tough. And some people are saying they're going to, do the thing where, basically you have an ID and everything. We'll see what happens. What are you eating now?
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Ding dong. Shaw's eating a ding dong. Ding dong. Ding dong. I'll take a bite, but he's got a couple of ding dongs over here. We roasted out some hot dogs out here. They were called what? Smokies? Oscar Mayer Smokies.
Smokies.
They're really good. I don't know why a hot dog tastes so much better on the fire, but it does. You don't think they'll do that, old stoner? Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, who would have thought they would have done all this stuff now? Who says I'll wait until it's been around for a while? There won't be a safe one for at least another 18 months minimum. 18 months from now is when. Let's figure it out. Mm. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I know that this is really strange. In my lifetime, it's hard to conceive that all this stuff is going on worldwide, not just in America, but worldwide. Yeah, I know 18 months is a year and a half, Stoner. I got you. I'm just trying to add it up. I'm thinking somewhere around March of next year.
No, 2020. You know, 20, you have to add 2 years.
I just think that around March of next year that they might have it. We'll see.
That past 21 up. 18 months.
Yeah, I think they'll have it before 18 months. But he said he wants to wait till it's been around a while before he even tries it. Because he don't think it's safe. He wants to see what's up. I mowed out here today on the mower. I love the ride mower. It's so fun. I feel like a kid. I love it. Lori said 2023. That's when you predict that they'll have it, is 2023? I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore as far as what they're telling you. This old stoner said it didn't surprise me, was telling people what was coming the end of February. Well, I mean, I remember like H1N1 and all that. I never seen anything completely shut down. They completely shut everything down. It's strange. The world's like a strange place. And I feel so sorry for kids that are in school, and especially those that, say graduated in 2020. They didn't get to do the normal stuff. Stoner said should have been over the hump by the end of May, but it was all mismanaged. This is the worst in history. It's a variation of SARS. Well, it's definitely, the worst in history. I will say that. It's definitely the worst in history. It's some strange stuff. The Bible calls this kind of stuff pestilence. And it talks about it in the latter days. I know you got to be careful what you say. I found out that there's a lot of people getting their channels taken down because they're saying certain things. And so I have to be careful that I don't say certain things, even if I may agree with it, because I don't want my channel taken down. I will say this, on Facebook, some of you are friends with me on Facebook. I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago, I did a post where I was basically ranting about this whole racism thing. And I had a lot of people that agreed with me. I had about 80 shares from that. And I had about almost 100 likes. And I was going through my Facebook today, kind of looking at things. They removed a lot of my likes and shares, which I thought was really strange. I know a lot of people's been getting put in Facebook jail if they say something that's against the mainstream. And I remember us, having freedom of speech. I don't know why we can't have it now. This old stoner said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Not afraid of the virus, afraid of desperate people. Yeah, there you go. Stoner says, I avoid Facebook. I don't like it at all. Well, I have, I do Facebook, but even on YouTube, it's the same thing. If you go on YouTube and you say certain things against the mainstream, they will take your channel down. And I think that's kind of scary because with the technology today, you can be shadow banned, you can be erased where somebody, types your name in, tries to find you, and they can't even find you. They can do that, and they do that. I find that really disturbing. You know, I'm all about those certain inalienable rights that are in our Constitution. And I think everybody should have a choice. I even remember when they made seat belts mandatory, I was madder than a hornet. Because, I grew up in the era that we didn't wear seat belts. When dad slammed on the brake, you just rocked all over the car. But it seems strange because in some incidences, seatbelts can actually make it worse instead of better. And I still think that should be a personal choice. I don't think that's something they should make you do. That's a good question. Those of you that are here, how many of you think that seatbelts should be mandatory or they think it should be, a choice? I'm all about choices. All about choices. I think that we are entitled to that. We are entitled to that. Different choices of all different things. And I'm still trying to figure out what the whole deal was about the toilet paper. How crazy is that? My grandpa, who raised me, he used to tell me stories about, in the outhouse, how they all had an outhouse and had to use the Sears catalog. I think that'd be kind of rough on your hiney myself, but I guess you have to do what you gotta do. Better than a corn cob. Okay, Stoner says it's not the first time there has been a rush on TP. Okay, tell me the other time. Tell me another time. I'm really enjoying this conversation, so let me know the other time. You rub the paper and make it soft. Oh, you mean you rub the Sears catalog before you use it and it makes it soft? Hmm. In the 70s. Well, I remember the 70s. I remember, like, everybody saying there was an oil shortage or gas shortage, and come to find out there wasn't. I remember that. You remember that? When everybody was like, trying to, basically ration gas and all that. They said there was a shortage, and come to find out there wasn't. You know, has the government lied to Americans before? Well, yes, time and time again. So how do you know what to believe when it comes to that? We've been lied to a lot. Like I believe that I think it was in the 50s or 60s. Maybe old Stoner would know when they tested LSD on our own military without their knowledge. Ooh, now that's some crazy stuff right there. I guess I better watch you say. 1973, Johnny Carson made a joke about a TP shortage on the show, and there was a rush on it. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's really funny, man. I gotta look that up. That's too cool. I would have been 10 years old. I was born in 63. I'm getting ready to turn 57 on the 9th of August. Phew, man, I can't believe it. My husband just turned 60 in May, and time sure goes by fast. It just, time goes by fast. Life is just too short to be mean and hateful. And I think when you can forgive, you ought, and when you should, if you can be kind, you should. And if you see somebody not being kind, I think you have a right to speak up and say, hey, cool down. But sometimes it just makes it matter, don't it? Just Google TP shortage 1973. Oh, I will. I will. See, Stoner, he remembers the LSD thing. That's a real thing, man. That's a real thing. So, if the government can do that sort of thing, how do you know? I mean, what they're doing now? How do you know they're telling you the truth now? They may be, they may not be. There seems to be a lot of different opinions out there, especially between political parties. It's like night and day. It's completely different in some aspects. But I'm not a political person. Not really. Okay. Stoner said there is a psychology to why people hoard TP in an emergency. I look at the world, not the US, to make my judgment. There you go. There you go. Well, the fact that this is a worldwide thing, what do you got?
Flowers?
What kind of flowers?
Plastic? Red?
Oh, okay, okay.
You want them now?
No. Did you get those from the garage?
Yeah, I mean, they need to go.
We've been cleaning out our garage, and the gentleman that lived here before we did, oh boy, the gentleman, wow, fire, that lived here before we did, he had a lot of stuff in his garage, and it needed to be cleaned out for years. So, when we first moved here, we killed like 22 mice. We cleaned the house from top to bottom. We're still working on the yard, but we're getting the yard a lot better. And now I guess we're going to attempt the garage. My goal is to have that garage cleaned out before winter. And you might think, well, man, it shouldn't take that long. You haven't seen the garage. It takes quite a while. Quite a while. So, Stoner, if you're still there, tell me, what is the psychology behind people who hoard toilet paper? It's funny to even say. Hoarding food and supplies. Hoarding. Wow, that fire got real hot, whatever you put on there. Woo! Fire! Look at that. It's a fire and a half. Wow. There ain't no street lights where I live. I like it too, because you can see the stars and stuff. But tonight, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit cloudy up there, isn't it? But the moon sure was bright.
Mm-hmm. It won't be long, you'll be able to see it over here when it cuts past trees.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a fire. Ooh, that's a fire. Next them. What's Lori J? What's that mean? Next them. I'm not quite understanding. When things get out of control, hoarding toilet paper gives the illusion of something you can't control. Wow, that's pretty funny. That's really funny. I guess I had never thought about it. I think most people, they want control. Most people have a hard time giving up control.
That's localized control.
Localized control, Dennis said. Did you hear that, Stoner? Localized. We need one of those, what do they call those? Bidets? Is that what they're called? Where
They
you,
put that out.
bidets, where you hit a button and it squirts your hiney and it cleans it all up.
Paperless.
Paperless, yeah. Paperless. That's funny. Boy, I'm glad you got that fire going so good. It's going pretty good. Hmm. Stoner, I wish you were out here. How'd your guitar and just play Melt the Flowers? It did. Have your guitar out here and just, play around. We could sit here and get our guitars out, play and sing together. I guess if you were, around the fire, you could social distance, surely.
Surely you can.
Yeah, surely. I mean,
several 6 feet big enough.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably not made many changes, other than that I can't go play music right now. Um, and I've spent a lot more time, thinking about things and having my own, prayer time, my own quiet time, which I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that. When all this stuff first hit, my phone was ringing off the wall. I barely had time to go to the bathroom. Stoner says, "Me too. I'm actually playing my steel drum right now." How cool is that? That's awesome. I like it. I know you got some. You got this one little musical thing. I don't know what it is. It's kind of an odd instrument, and I'm trying to think of what's it called. Stoner, you could tell me again. I don't know. Hello, Nuz Lover. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good evening. How are you doing, dearie? Nez Lover says hi to Lori. Um, Lori says, "Go get yours. Go get yours." I got one song, maybe just one song that I might do. Well, because I was working on, yeah, I'm still kind of working on it. It's a song I wrote, but it's a good song. I want to produce it. I got some songs I need to produce, huh? Oh, yeah, I'll try it. For Lori, she's hollering for my guitar, so we got to do something. You liked it so much, I got a big one. Oh, did you? You know what I'm talking about. It's called a tongue drum. Okay. I think that's really cool. I never seen anything like that ever. You know, it's pretty cool. Was it hard to learn to play? I mean, is it something you just fiddled around with, or does it actually have, notes and structure to it like a guitar or any other instrument? I mean, um, did anything come with it to let you know, like if you're hitting an A note or a D note or whatever? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Diana is playing keyboard. That's awesome. What songs is she playing, Nez? That's really good for her. They say that music, use makes you use your mind in a way that nothing else does. Music is really important. All right, you're moving into a new apartment soon. Please keep praying for me and the kids. You got it. You got it, Father in heaven, in the name of Jesus, Lord. I pray that this apartment that you have for Nez and the kids is just going to be everything they need it to be, and they won't have any problem making their rent and making their bills in the name of Jesus. All right, Nez Lover, she played Twinkle Twinkle. She did. Oh boy, that's a good song, Twinkle Twinkle. Yeah. uh, I sent some of you that were friends with me on Facebook a song called The COVID Mask, and I thought it was pretty funny. I hope y'all got to hear it. Some of you might have. And Stoner, if you haven't, you'll have to look it up on YouTube. It's called The COVID Mask. And it's a parody to Monster Mash, but it's hilarious. Thank you, Nez Lover. I appreciate it. We need all the prayers we can get. No panic, no panic. I'm just on the phone. You can't catch it. No, just clearing out my throat, taking a drink. Yeah. Yeah, Lucy, she's such a doll baby. She loves her grandma. I don't understand how I know what she likes and wants, but I just do. And when we were there last time, I brought some strawberries and cherries and blueberries. Can you believe that? Is it in tune? Did you check to see? Oh.
We'll have to find out.
And she loved them, man. She loves them berries.
Okay.
Is it in the guitar?
Yeah. Okay.
Huh. Let's see if I can.
Play around with this. Could you hear my guitar? Okay, love and prayers to you too, Nez. Stoner says, you need a mask. You need a COVID mask. Yeah, you seen it, didn't you? Now, what I do with my pick? I just set it down. Here it is. Hard to see in the dark. You loved it, didn't you? That was great. That was great. See, I'm going to try this one. We'll see how it comes out. I could screw it up because, I haven't really produced it yet. It's called What Kind of Pain? I'd like to produce it. See what you think about it. Cry for help isn't always seen in the way we expect it to show. We just look with our eyes. How can love inside ever grow? I don't know. I only know what I see, and with all my heart I choose to believe. What kind of pain made you this way? What kind of pain lived through yesterday? Heart reach out, point not the blame. Let the love inside you be stronger than the pain. Try so hard, although life don't always go the way we expect it to go. We just react to the pain. How can we ever heal our very soul? I don't know. I only know that I am free, and with all my heart I choose to believe. What kind of pain made you this way? What kind of pain lived through yesterday? Heart reach out, point not the blame. Let the love inside you be stronger than the pain. Die sometimes long before that we're put in the ground, long before we're 6 feet below. We just think of ourselves. How low can anybody go? I don't know. I only know that I am free, and with all I choose to believe. What kind of pain made you this way? What kind of pain lived through yesterday? Heart reach out, point not the blame. Let the love inside you be stronger than pain. Cry for help isn't always seen in the way we expect it to show. That's pretty rough, but I tried it anyway. Oh, I tried it anyway. Did I lose everybody or is anybody still there? And if you are, was my guitar too loud? Because I don't know. You liked it. All right, Lori, I appreciate it. It was pretty rough. Was my guitar too loud? Was it too loud? Could have been. I don't know. They might have been better if I'd have played it like this. I don't know. Campfire songs. My guitar wasn't too loud, sounded good. Well, thank you, Stoner. I like to really produce that song, get serious with it and do it. What do you think? You like the lyrics to it? It's one of those things, that, hurt people hurt people. And it seems like, when somebody is being really nasty, they're hurting in some way. Sometimes people have a low opinion of themselves, so they put other people down. They think it's going to make themselves feel better. People do all kinds of weird things for weird reasons. But it's easy to judge somebody without understanding what they've been through or even trying to understand what they've been through. And I think we need to try to understand each other a little harder and, give people the benefit of the doubt as much as you can. Don't be quick to think the worst of people, especially those you love. And to me, it seems like we're harder on those we love. Even as a parent, it's hard because, your kids grow up and you love them and you want to support their decisions, their choices, always. And you do your best to do that, but it's like you're still a mom, you're still a dad, I think, until you die. And, there's times that you just kind of have to speak up a little bit, just a little bit. It's tough. It's really tough. It's easier, I think, when your kids are little and, you have more control over them. The fire needs wood. Oh, honey, this fire is so warm you wouldn't believe it. It's got a lot of wood in there. Can you see it, Lori? See all that wood? Dennis is stoking it. He's stoking that fire.
What is?
Yeah, I'm going to try this one. I don't know, man. I haven't played my own stuff for a long time. I'm getting really rusty. I need to practice more, play more. I've been busy doing art, Stoner, thanks to you. See if I can do this one. Maybe I can. When I look into the mirror, I still see your eyes. When they play Elvis on the radio, it really makes me cry. How long will I hurt like this? Can I stand the pain? Am I going crazy? Will I ever be the same again? They say it's always darkest just before the dawn, and the dark clouds in the storm are covering the sun. Still I do believe when we leave our spirit will live on. I guess you always knew what I'd do. I'll pass your love along. When I think about the days gone by, I still see your smile. And in my mind I'm back in time for a little while. Now you are in heaven. As for me, sometimes it's hell. Reality, you've gone from me, will take more than time to heal. They say it's always darkest just before the dawn, and the dark clouds in the storm are covering the sun. Still I do believe when we leave our spirit will live on. I guess you always knew what I'd do. I'll pass your love along. When I hear the birds singing, feel the warm sunshine, I see you standing by the riverbank, casting that fishing line. I have to learn to hold my head up, learn to live with this grief. Though my soul has a hole, you're still alive in me. They say it's always darkest just before the dawn, and the dark clouds in the storm are covering the sun. Still I do believe when we leave our spirit will live on. I guess you always knew what I'd do. I'll pass your love along. I guess you always knew just what I'd do. I'll pass your love along. Thank you, Lori. I am so rusty. So rusty. So who's still out there with me? Just Lori? You're the only one leave. Did I make everybody leave when I sang? Probably. Probably so. Hey, Laura, you still with me? I think I'm boring everybody anymore. People are just not used to seeing me live, and I don't really, advertise it. I do it, at the, well, I don't know, spur of the moment. For right now, that seems to be, all I can do. And I feel like the ones that show up are the ones that are supposed to be here. I had a few unexpected people come in tonight, which, I was glad. See, Lori, see how big that fire is? It's got plenty of wood. I don't know. I don't, I'm just doing this on the phone. And I don't think about, sharing it all on my phone. I'm not real phone savvy, but I'm just learning how to do this. So I kind of think it's cool to be out here when I have a fire and, just go live and talk to people that want to come in and talk. Especially like late at night, seems like more people are upset, late at night, or the ones that are up, at nighttime are usually people that, well, they can't sleep for one reason or another. Dennis works nights now, so he goes in tomorrow night, and we're staying up for a little bit. Boy, he's finding more stuff to stick on that fire.
Yeah.
It's all from the garage.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up a little.
Wow, he said he's cleaning up a little bit in the dark. Can you believe it? In the dark? I know I certainly cannot drive at night. I don't like to drive at all, but especially not at night. You're playing your drum and making stuff up. It's like meditation, drum more than anything. That's awesome, Stoner. I don't need, can you tell me how I could get you up here? I'd get you up here if I knew how to do it. I'm on my phone. If you can tell me how to do it, I'd be glad to bring you on up and you could play your drum all you want. Let me know if you can tell me how to do it. I'll give it a go. I just on the phone. I mean, on my seat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just had our 27th anniversary. When Dennis asked me to marry him, he said, well, if I do ask you, how long do I have? I told him not very long. You don't have a clue how to do it on the phone? I don't either, Stoner. I just don't either. Oh, I wish you were here too, Lori. Be good to feel the fire, wouldn't it? Well, this is a song, I guess, about those little non-commitment issues. Let's see how to do. Well, I want you around me now, every night and day, and I want you to hear what my heart has to say. Now, see, can you hear my guitar when I did that? See, I did that with just my finger. Well, I want you around me now, every night and day, and I want you to hear what my heart has to say, and I want you to be there when it's my time to play. Come on and give it all up. Come on and give it all up. Come on and give it all, baby. Oh yeah, you need to give it all up to be in my world. Got to give it all up. Don't you give me excuses. Don't you tell me no lies. Don't make no plans. No, for lame alibis. Don't you bring no cloud on my sunny sky. Come on and give it all up. Come on and give it all up. Come on and give it all, baby. Oh yeah, you need to give it all up to be in my world. You got to give it all up. Now I'm worth every minute, and I'm worth every dime, and I'm worth every answer, time after time. I'm worth it all, baby, 'cause I'm the loving kind. Come on and give it all up. Come on and give it all up. Come on and give it all, baby. Oh yeah, you need to give it all up to be in my world. Got to give it all up to be in my world. You got to give it all up. Go, Don. All right. I understand, Stoner. Do a good time. Does a live show every night at this time. Well, good. Good for Studio Geek. Tell him I said hello. I don't do one every night. I'm kind of a rarity, but I'm trying to do better. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you being here. I've had a good visit. So you have a good time and tell Studio Geek I said hello. Well, Lori, is it down to just you and me again? Just me and you and a dog named Boo? Could be. If it's down to just me and you, then I got to do what I call your song. And it's always a good way to end it. But before I do, let me ask you how your day was, Tell me some stuff. Did you have a good day? You going to see your Chaz tomorrow? You got any updates? Have you heard any more about when we're supposed to get our stimulus check? Go, Donna. Do it. Do it. Do it. What was that show that did that? Do it. Yeah. Starsky and Hutch. Yeah, it was Starsky and Hutch, and it was Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. Did you ever see that, Lori? Starsky and Hutch with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. It's really funny. And Ben Stiller kept going, do it, do it. You'd have to see it, I guess, to know why that's so funny. Well, you're going to have to get it, okay? It's called Starsky and Hutch. It's a comedy, okay? And it's Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. See how it looks. I've learned how to pull up the chat, though. I learned something because I couldn't do that before, but now I know how. And so old Stoner, I guess he was going to go to Studio Geeks streamer because he said he streams this time every night. Oh. Well, it says we got 3 here. Let's see. Ollie, Ollie, outs and free. Who is here with me? Dennis goes, me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Who's here? You're in both streams. Sammy and Krista say hi. That's so funny. Well, tell them hello. Tell them hello. Seems like Studio Geek's really getting big, Been fading fast. Uh-oh. What'd I do here? Fading fast. I did already. Hee hee hee. Well, good for you. I'm glad you did. I'm going to have to check out your streams from earlier. You've been going live every day, but your time is different than my time. So I always get mixed up on that, and I have to go back and check you out later. You've been up since 4 a.m.? Oh my gosh. 4 a.m. That's a long time. What time is it now where you're at? Because, see, I'm on Eastern Standard Time and you're on a different time slot. So, what time is it where you are now, Stoner? Hmm. Boy, I wonder, it's strange. I'm looking at the sky out here, and one part of the sky, it looks really bright. I don't know why. Do you notice that? Look how light it looks over there. This way. See? I'm pointing that way. I wonder why. It's really light there. It's odd, isn't it? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Stoner says, I slowed down recently, haven't been doing my daily show for about a month. It's 9:30. Okay, well, it's still early there. But I go to bed about 10 almost every night these days. Well, your 10 o'clock's probably our midnight. I don't know, something like that. I'm not sure what time it is here right now. Start. I know that we're ahead of you, I think, a couple hours. Something like that. You know, I want to ask you a question, Stoner, since you're here. Um, do you believe in aliens? Because you know you do all those alien books, and you know where people really use their imagination and you put things together in an interesting way. I just want to know if you believe in them. Moonlight. Well, Lori, the moon is on the right from where I'm at, and the light is on the left. So I can't figure out why it's so bright over there. It's kind of weird. Because my moon is on the right and the light is on the left. And normally, when it's dark out here, the whole sky is dark. Um, it's not close to sunrise yet, so that can't be it. It's really weird. I don't know why it's like that. Can't figure it out. But I asked you too about the stimulus checks. You know any new news about that, Lori? Fire. Well, my fire's straight ahead. Oh, you mean a fire out there somewhere? There's no smoke that I'm seeing where there would be a fire. Lightning, Dennis said. I guess it's going to storm. You know what's nice about living in the country like this is you do get to burn stuff. It's kind of nice. I wonder if Stoner's writing a big explanation about the aliens, because I think he's still here. Could be. And you haven't heard anything about the stimulus? I guess that's a no for that. I don't know. I kind of, could really use that right now. Have to see what happens. Yeah, when we were traveling, to see Rant Jams, it was really weird. The sky was so pretty until we got closer to his town. And you could see in the distance this really bad storm. But we didn't realize that the storm was actually over the city or the town he's in until we got closer. And that was the only place that had such a storm. Every place else was clear as a bell when we were traveling. It was really weird. Okay. So the answer is no, meaning no, you haven't heard anything. if you could say, no, I haven't heard anything, or no to what exactly do you mean no to? I'm sorry, Lori. I try. I try really hard. But basically, this whole stream, I called it spiritual fire because, I wanted to just talk about showing love to others. Whatever you claim to be, whether you're Protestant, whether you're Catholic, whether you're Jewish, whatever you are, it's so important to show love to other people. That's what it's all about. No word. Too many bugs or too many bugs is what you're trying to say. There's no bugs out here. Well, I can hear the crickets. I don't know if you can hear that. But actually, the mosquitoes aren't biting me or anything. Maybe they're biting Dennis and leaving me alone. That's a funny thought. Could be. You never know. But Stoner's not answering my question, so he must have went ahead and retired. So I guess I could get off of here and do the final song that I got to do for Miss Lori. I really need to practice more because I'm getting really rusty. But the air feels so good out here. Oh, it does. All right, we'll try it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Now, Lori, this next verse is my favorite verse. Because when I think about all the stuff that I've been through and I'm still here, it's a miracle. And I'll bet you if you think about all the things you've been through and that you're still here, you realize it's a miracle too. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. It is grace that has brought me safe thus far, and grace is gonna lead me home. It's pretty amazing when you think about that we have forever. I believe we're all eternal people. And nobody's really running out of time. We're just passing through, that's all. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we have no less days to sing God's praise than when we had first begun. Good night, Lori.
One day I'm going to meet you in person, if not here on the other side. Love you.